Well, we know that Charlie Schultz might not be around for too much longer. He's got to work on his skating. Discipline doesn't help. No, if the fighting tendency is high, they will fight no matter what the discipline is. So, Jorgensen. Adaptability, man. What does Poise do? So Poise, back in the day, oh my God, it's skating than Jesper, I guess. Poise back in the day was aligned with star power, for lack of a better term. Like back in the day when it used to be like, oh, the freaking, like literally you'd send your players out on the ice, they'd have the star underneath them, the hero line and stuff like that. It was tied to that. My understanding is it's just too big of a bitch to redo the code. It's not worth the time necessarily to redo the code to remove it. So essentially all Poise does now is it still acts like that, but it's a teeny tiny micropene level of effectiveness, essentially. And it just doesn't do much at all at this point. It's not tied specifically to playoff performance or anything like that. It's just a legacy stat with a very, very little effect on the game as a general, like, hey, this guy's better, right? As evidenced by the fact that, I mean, like, Waz is an 84, but you can look at some of the higher rated guys. They might have high poise. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll play well. Jorgensen, we already had you working on your skating. Kwiatkowski, listed as a sniper. That's probably fair. Let's have him shoot the puck more and try to make sure he's actually a good sniper then, because, damn. So shoot the puck more, buddy. If you're a sniper, shoot the puck more. Galyanov, I mean, you're an AHLer. This we know. You are an AHLer. Have you work on your offensive awareness though? But yeah, you're never gonna push through. You capped out. According to every hockey uncle, ever fighting and spending too much time in the box is a good thing. That's true. Back in my day. Let's see, in the system, Gunderson. Oh, good, another Gunderson. I didn't even notice. One Gunderson disappointing me wasn't enough, huh? We needed another one. Can't wait to trade this one, too. And then for the centers, Cross. I mean, he does put up goals. That's for sure. That is for sure. I would like to change him to an actual sniper. So let's work on the adaptability. We could have worked on a couple of different things, but... Peltier, who developed really well last season, is listed as a two-way? Shoots enough. Oh, you can never shoot enough. Until I'm confident that shot passes at a 0, you can never shoot enough. This guy could be a good playmaker, but two-way is fine for now. Let's have him work on his skating. You could argue offensive awareness as well. But there's a lot that Mateo still needs to work on. European players aren't tough enough to handle the guy. Right? And they wear visors? Up I go, liberals and their visors. Let's see. Weston Cutler. Two-way. Probably fair. Let's have you work on your skating. And then Javier. Work on your skating. You're fucking dreadful. Fire Cannon, yeah, that happens. They plan on tweaking it to not have that happen as much, is my understanding. Okay. In terms of goalies, we're good. We need to sign a couple of defenders, and then we need to sign some AHL level forwards as well. But then aside from that, we are good to go. So UFAs, defense, what veterans are willing to sign early and for cheap? Turner Ottenbright. I think it's Turner. It is Turner. Welcome in, Mr. Ottenbright. Parker Wotherspoon can come back. Welcome back, Paca. Jacob Bryson. Give you another chance to succeed. Forwards. 40-year-old Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Let's go, Nuge. Let's go. Mark Jankowski's coming back. Fair enough. Well, maybe. Philip Forsberg. Frederick Forsberg, actually. Okay. Let's go for Nick Waugh. Bring him back. Hopefully. Boris Kachuk. It's Max Jones. Yes, it is. Boston Bruins legend, Max Jones. Frederick Karlstrom, I imagine. Yeah. See if he accepts that. Jermaine Lewin. All right, that should be okay for now. To the next season, at least until Jeremy Poirier signs. Max Jones said no. Jankowski's back. Waugh said no. Lowen signs. Karlstrom, Kachuk. Quite a few guys rejected, actually. Fair enough. You do you. You do you. Poirier was actually offer sheet. You know what? Let him go. I'm going to let him go. I don't want to pay him that much money. See you later, Justin. Have fun in Winnipeg. Have fun in Winnipeg. Enjoy, enjoy. When you become a 45-goal scorer, it's going to be a great time. A great time. What the hell is this team going to look like? That is the question. What the hell? Goalie-wise, how old was Cowan? 23.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Nathan saying. Let's go with Lindholm as the backup, maybe? We'll go with Cowan. All right. We need to advance day. Uh-oh. Okay, no, wait. I do have a head coach. Where's the preseason thing? There it is. Okay, so we know we're using it on goalies this year. Season goal. Whatever, Jamie. If you think we can win the cup, I'm glad you think so. Let's improve our goaltenders. See your videos on YouTube. 2K5 is a great game. I do miss 2K a lot. I think they dropped the ball horrifically with their basketball games, but they made some good hockey games. They did. All right, there we go. So now Hudobin's an 82. Cowan only went up by 1, but that's okay. Defensively, Gaudreau, Nemec, Kauppanen. Werenski's down. Oh, shit. Who's on the cover of 2K5? Martin St. Louis. Okay, Bo is the top 4. Okay, we have to make moves. We do have to make moves here. Shit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is what I was expecting. I wasn't necessarily expecting it with the defense, but it's happened. So let's make the best of this. Mr. Bo Akey can go. He's pissed off. He wants out. So 3rd round pick from the Bruins. Literally only interested in the best pick I can get. 3rd and the 7th from New York, or from New Jersey. A 3rd from New York and a player. Get Emil Vinny back after all this time. Ravensburgen for $5 million. No, thank you. No, thank you. You get Poirier back. We'll take a 3rd and a 7th from Boston. That's fine. So defensively this year, it's going to have to be Kauppanen, Gaudreau, Thorburn, Nemec, Werenski. Dude, Ackerland has to play. We might have to ditch Åkerlund. I like him, but he might have to go. We can't get away with trading Werenski. I mean, he's down to an 85. He plummeted in terms of overall throughout the offseason. He's making way too much fucking money. It is what it is. He's only here for the year. So we have a choice. We can healthy scratch Zach Werenski for the year, or we get rid of Åkerlund. That's pretty much it. Shout out to Gassed Out.
The man was a fanboy.
We need a right side defenseman as well for the third pair. I don't know if Åkerlund's going to become anything special, so maybe we can find a third pair right D and move Åkerlund for that player. Let's see. See if we can find a deal that makes sense. Defense, play a role, third pair. Handedness. Who do we have? Well, wouldn't you know it, it's a certain defenseman I didn't draft. At the top of that list in terms of value. Pody, who went second overall. It's that, or we look for a stopgap. Bring Seth Jones back to Columbus after all this time. God, he's got 2 years left at $4 million. Kenzie Weegar. Does Kenzie Weegar have any abilities still? No. Rasmus Anderson. These guys are getting old, man. They're getting old. Problem is, Taro Rask just isn't going to fit long term. Like, it would mean we have to get rid of Nemec sooner rather than later. Tristan Luneau has some negative value going on at the moment. We might be able to take advantage of that. He is not happy with the situation in Pittsburgh. They don't want to trade him, though. If they don't want to trade him, it's not going to be as cheap as I need it to be. I mean, Seth Jones might retire with that contract, but Weegar or Anderson? I'm worried that Weegar at 39 might decline faster. What if we look for Rasmus Anderson from Pittsburgh? And, again, hate to do it, but Åkerlund's got to go because we're keeping Werenski for the year. So this is a matter of trying to recoup picks if we can, but that's not looking too promising. Second rounder, and they're immediately going to ask for more. This is not the most beneficial trade I've ever made. Wow, they won't even take that, huh? Do I have any unsigned dudes that I can get here? Just tack on some garbage to get the deal to go through, please. Maybe we shouldn't have kept Zach Werenski is what I'm starting to think. But we did. We got to deal with it. Take off the fifth rounder. There we go. All right. Well, welcome in Rasmus Anderson, and we are hoping that you will be a decent little third pair option for us. Probably playing with Zach Werenski on that third pair, which is kind of insane, but that's what we're looking at right now. So we need a seventh defender at the NHL level. We need probably 2 AHL defenders. Goalie-wise, we're probably fine. It's not a great situation. And then in terms of the forwards, who is making a push to be on this team and who is not? And that Nuge can go. Okay. So our forward lines this year, what does this situation look like? Fenton's listed as a depth forward, so you could argue NHL or AHL for him. Kwiatkowski's a depth forward. Harvey Shields is still a second liner. Does Seattle have an AHL team? They do. The Coachella Valley Firebirds. Let's see. We got Peltier on the 4th. Depth again. We had Fenton, Kwiatkowski. Jorgensen's still a second liner, apparently. Schoenmakers is a second liner. Cross is a second liner. You can see how this is going to be a problem. Schultz is a second liner. And then top line is Waugh, McKenna, and Lindstrom, as I would presume, and as most would. Yeah. Okay, so the top line stays intact. We have 5 players that ideally could be on the second line. I think I have to immediately disqualify Charlie Schultz. He fights too much. We already have a player that fights too much. Charlie's got to go. We just can't afford to have him fighting that much. Jorgensen, Cross, Schoenmakers, Shields. It pretty much comes down to Schoenmakers or Jorgensen. That's what we're looking at. Cross is safe. Shields is safe. He's the only righty of the bunch. It's Jorgensen or Schoenmakers. Jorgensen, 2 points worse, but a year younger. Has all alone. We got a power forward, a playmaker, another playmaker. We go with Schoenmakers as the two-way. Jorgensen last year finished with 30 points. He's not going to be an elite-level playmaker. We could change him to a two-way. He's a great skater. Could change him to a two-way. Schoenmakers is already a two-way. Not quite as good of a skater, but still pretty good. And we know that Cross scores goals for fun, even though his shooting category isn't that great at the moment. I think it's Jorgensen that's out, man. Now, technically, we could keep somebody on the third line and give them the special teams time. But that didn't work out last season, so I'm kind of weary of it. Kind of weary of playing people out of position. Paulie, what's up, man? That way, too, we could just say Kwiatkowski, Peltier, Fenton, you know, that youthful third line, and then just bring in a fourth line of veterans to kind of cover. Because that top 6 should be able to carry. Our defense is going to be Kauppanen, Goodrow, Thorburn, Nemec, Werenski, and Anderson. Because Thorburn is technically a top 4 defenseman now. We need him to develop to replace Werenski. So the defense is still good. Yeah, I think Jorgensen and Schultz need to go. Somebody has to. They're the odd ones out. Let's see what we can get for them. We knew eventually some people would have to go. It's a little bit earlier than I thought, though. Jorgensen for Quentin Musty. I mean, Musty just wouldn't fit the team. We're going to have to manually find this trade. Okay. Are there any teams looking to get rid of prospects? That's the question. You could argue now's the time to get that defenseman off of Pittsburgh. See, Vandenbush isn't too bad, but it's a trio of prospects on Buffalo. I don't know if I want to strengthen Buffalo anymore, though. If we're going to trade one of these guys, it's got to be to a Western Conference team. Calgary's trying to move on from a lot of medium 6s, but they're not particularly great. So that kind of sucks. Chicago, nobody that fits the prospect bill. Same for Colorado. Dallas, medium elite Kostopoulos. He's a 50 overall at 18. But that is pure trade value for the future. So I don't hate it. We'll avoid Detroit. Edmonton, nobody there. LA, nobody there. Minnesota, nobody there. This whole Western Conference hunting isn't working out too well. Quentin Musty is a second liner, but just doesn't fit the team. We'd have to get rid of Schoenmakers as well. Ooh, hello. 22 and 8. Man, he's making 6.8 already. Top 4, Dmitry Kostitsyn. He doesn't fit the team. Damn, I saw a medium elite and I was hopeful, but it's not going to work. Utah, Adam Sikora, Braden Yeager, and a dude named Puistinen who's still in RFA. As a center, he's not going to fit the team. Vancouver's got nobody. Vegas has got nobody. Winnipeg has Ekberg. Okay. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Let's try to get some value back here from Calgary. These 4 aren't particularly amazing, but they will do. And that'll be hopefully the Schultz trade. I'm going to have to add a little bit to this, but that's okay. 4th rounder from Pittsburgh. Not enough. 4th rounder from ourselves is enough. Yeah, Schultz, great player, man, but way too many fights, and there's nothing I can do about it. You got to go. You got to go. And then Jorgensen. You're going to go for that medium elite that Dallas was willing to give up. Again, just pure trade value for Kostopoulos. He's never going to make it. But we'll be able to do. What happened with that 20-year-old 16? Yeah, he developed. He's going to make the team this year. A shocking bit of development from him. All right, let's see. What can we do from Dallas here to turn this into a bit of a blockbuster? There we go. 2 seconds, 2/3, and a guy that will easily be able to be traded for a first-round pick in the future. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. So we do need a 4th line. Ideally, again, it would be more of a physical 4th line. But we've gotten rid of some of the weaker links of the team. It's tough to call them outright weak links. But again, we knew not everybody would be able to stay after last season. I need 4th liners, ideally that are grinders or 2-ways. How good is Connor Bunnaman at faceoffs? 75. Let me sort here by faceoff rating. I need the best faceoff guy I can get, who also happens to be a grinder for the 4th line, or a 2-way, so it could be Pettersson. Lucas Pettersson. We got Andreas Straka. Davies is a bit lower. Bryson Subban. Paul Ludwinski. It's not overly physical, though. Well, I was hoping to find somebody who was good at face-offs and physical. I mean, there's James Malatesta. Don't know how the hell you're a playmaker. Jacob Julian as a power forward. At least he's physical and can take some face-offs, but there isn't that perfect fit. Ethan Hay is the closest. He's only a 75, but it's fine. It's the 4th line. Ethan, I'd like you to be my 4th line center to start this season. Left wing side. I need someone that can bring the pain here. It's one of these top 5. In terms of physicality. Actually, Keona. A lot of these guys, actually. For some reason, there we go. All right, a lot of guys in the running. Tyler McIntyre, Jonah Gadjevic, Canucks legend. Ben McCartney, Formerly of, I don't know how the hell. Where's McCown? We dropped him. We got Michael Pezzetta. He might be back, though. Could bring back Pezzetta. Lucas Keona. Old Navrin Mutter. Guy is terrible. McLeod, who we had before. The most physical player out there is Adam Raska. I don't know how he's not an enforcer. Torgerson out there as well. Or we bring back McLeod. If I bring back McLeod, it might make certain people on the team happy, but let's go for Raska. Guy's physical as hell. Well, actually, hold on. All these guys were 5 stars. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're higher rated than the other. Let's actually go outright to body checking. It is Raska. Okay. Raska's the guy. Get in here and hit people, buddy. And then right wing side. I need somebody else that can also hit the hell out of people. These are the top options. We have Peter Hauser. Devils draft pick in real life. Henry Rybinski. Kalle Vasanen. Ozzy Weisblot. 92. He's a good skater, too. Ozzy, come on down. Come on down. All right, there we go. We got our very typical 4th line grind line. Just run out there and fucking hit people. That's all I need you to do. And I am still going to need a 7th defenseman for the NHL. That can be Del Mastro, Lundmark, Furlong, Wands, Luke Prokop. Bring in old Luke Prokop. And then veterans for the AHL. Will Borgen. And for the 35-year-olds, either Cam Dineen. We had Cam Dineen last year, I'm pretty sure. So let's give Riley Stillman the money this year. There you go, Riley. So back to roster moves. Go out there and concuss somebody, exactly. Didn't you watch the NHL Amazon thing? I mean, Paul Maurice literally said as much when they were playing the Bruins in the second round. Just go out there and beat the shit out of them so they have nothing left for Game 7. It was Game 4. I think it was Game 5, actually, but still. All right, Prokop. You're a healthy scratch this year. We can send down Tukkanen. Send down Dillman and Platt. We'll also send down Nuge while calling up Hay, Raska, and Weisblot. And our healthy scratch this year, one more time, Mark Jankowski. You can't escape him. You cannot escape Mark Jankowski as our 13th forward. I don't know how the hell that's happened. We need to sign a couple more forwards to round out the AHL. We'll go for Kevin Fiala, the old man of the list. Lot of 35-year-olds. Damn. Is this Giovanni Smith? Yeah, speaking of face punchers. Get Giovanni Smith out there. And one more. Michael Pezzetta. Dude, I'm aiming for the most concussions per 60 in pro hockey, both NHL and AHL. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so this team, this season, we have the top 6 that, by God, they need to be the top 6. That finally gets it done. We have some younger players on the 3rd line. We got some face punchers on the 4th line to go out there and hit people. But it's all down to that top 6 being able to carry the weight. Defensively, as we mentioned, Kauppanen, Gaudreau, Thorburn, Nemec, Werenski, and Anderson. Goalies, Yuri Hedobin and Darren Cowan. A little bit worried about the fact we still don't have a top-notch goaltender, but that's okay. AHL, shout out to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins being our top center at age 40. At age 40, that's crazy. Captaincy, by the way. Lindstrom captain. Wah has a letter. Werenski has a letter. That's fair. That is fair. That is probably how I'd set it up. GG Slammer for giving both Varlamov and Sorokin full trade protection. Both are refusing to be traded. Yeah, but think of the goalie tandem that you have. You know? Think of the tandem. All right, so the last couple things that we have to do here. Won't have any information on the draft class yet. It's pretty much going to be the goals for the season and the coaching staff. Let's do scouts first. We are short on European scouts. All we have is a scout in Czechia so far. I don't need the one Austrian scout. Like, there's nobody there. Let's get the NLA scout. Let's go back over to Europe. Get the German scout, since there's 24 players there. And aside from that, we need a US East, and we should be good. There we go. All right. Didn't mean to hit back there. So the coaches this year, in terms of rating, it's still either Ben or Scheifele. We might as well just have it be Jamie. I mean, we saw what it was like last year with Scheifele, you know? So might as well be. I want Chris Tanev as our assistant coach. Send Matt Barzell down. Ben, Scheifele, and Tanev. Do coaches retire in this? Yes. They sure do. All right. Goals for the season. Mr. Khudobin. Your goal for this season. I don't think you're up for the Calder, are you? Whoops. Well, I didn't get a choice. Well, let's see if he can win a trophy. He won't, but let's see. Darren Cowan, your goal for the season is going to be to stay on the NHL roster. Let's see if you are capable of doing that. Won't have anything to worry about in the system. Goodrow, buddy, are you willing to become an offensive defenseman? And are you willing to not punch faces all the time? Play style. Yeah, he's still going to be a two-way for now. Well, Daniel, your goal for the season. Five power play goals. I don't know if any of those are going to happen. They might, but... So your actual goal for the season, probably going to have to be a stat challenge. Let's aim for 50 assists. Then again, I probably shouldn't have because his passing is so close to maxed out, but whatever it is, the one that is, in my opinion, most likely to happen. So, it makes some sense. Simone Nemec, are you willing to become a defensive defenseman? I do think that is going to fit you best, but I don't know if you agree. Okay, he is going to stay as a two-way. Season goal, long-term. Stat challenge. 20 goals, 50 assists. I go for the blocks, I guess. 50 assisted fights coming right up, right? Let's see. Kauppanen. We do still want you as a defensive defenseman. Your goal for the season, Chemo, is going to be Nothing related to X Factors, apparently. Your goal for the season. Block some shots. Why not? Why not? Zach Werenski, we don't have a goal for the season for you, buddy. Just exist. It's fine. Same for Anderson. Bear Thorburn, I could do the shot blocking one, but fuck it. He's not going to be able to accomplish anything else anyway. In the system, I mean, none of these guys are likely to become anything special anyway. Yeah, I'm not too worried about changing anything there. Right wing side, you know the deal, Caleb. We need you to be elite. We need you to be the next Austin Matthews, the next Chuck. Your challenge for the season, 60 goals. Consider it done. I hope so, buddy. I hope so. Schoenmakers, you are fine as a two-way, but I would really like you to be an outright left wing. See if you're willing to do that. You are not. Your goal for this season will be 40 assists. I mean, you're a second line left wing, 40 assists should be possible. Mr. Shields, you're going to have a pretty similar goal, buddy. We have you set up to be a great playmaker. So we can't develop an X factor further. Stat challenge, 50 assists, 60 assists. Let's go for 50. Just take the one that we're more likely to get. Fenton, Isaiah Fenton as the rookie. He is a two-way. He does have make it snappy, though. So honestly, setting him up as a sniper might not be the worst thing in the world. Is he willing to change? Are you willing to be a sniper? No, you are not. I took my shots there. You have make it snappy for a reason. Fuck boy. Aim to win the Calder. Join a line of Calder winners that we've seen here in Columbus that it's led to absolutely nothing. Aussie, nothing to do, buddy. Just punch people in the face. Only thing I'd say is if I can change you to a grinder, I'd love to change you to a grinder, but that's about it. Are you willing to punch people in the face? Hell yeah, Aussie. Go out there and punch people in the fucking face. Let's go. In the system, Tukkanen. Jani Tukkanen. Playmaker's probably fair. Murray Lees. Playmaker's probably fair. Forsberg. We don't need anything specifically from you. Caden Lindstrom. You know what I'm going to ask you. You already know it. It's been like 5 fucking years. Let's do this again. Are you willing to become a full-time center? Fuck. I developed a guaranteed Selke winner if he would move to center, and he just will not move. He won't do it. Oh, I hate it. He just won't do it. I guarantee you he'd win Selkies like his name was Patrice Bergeron, but he just won't move. Oh, Gavin McKenna. Your goal for the season will also be tied to assists. Or plus minus. Let's go for those 60 assists, Gavin. I believe in you. Kwiatkowski, listed as a sniper, which is fine. Your goal is to compete for the Calder as well. That is your goal. You are competing with your own line mate to win the Calder, and hopefully you can, push each other that much further. Jankowski, I mean, whatever, he's a depth option. Raska. If I can get Raska to change, I just notice he's right-handed on the left, but whatever. Like, literally, you're out there to punch people in the face. Can I get you to be a grinder? I mean, he should be a grinder in the first place, but EA drops the ball again when it comes to their rosters. Galyanov, there's nothing to change. Platt, there's going to be nothing to change there. It's fine. For the centers, Caleb Cross. Are you willing to be an outright sniper? No, you are not. Your goal for the season will be tied to scoring goals anyway, though. 50. Jesus Christ. I don't think he's hitting 50. 3 hat tricks. 40 assists. 15 power play goals, then? That might be the most likely. Maybe. Peltier, again. You are going to have the same goal as your friends on that third line. I want one of you 3 to win the Calder. I don't care which one it is, but I want one of the 3 to win the Calder this year. And for me to not hit the wrong button next time. There we go. Somebody's got to win that Calder. And then Ethan Hay, the old haymaker. Are you willing to change into a grinder just to commit to the fact that you're going to be punching people in the goddamn face? Nope. Okay. I don't feel drawn to the grinder role. Do you feel drawn to the unemployment line? Because that's where you're going to end up, buddy. Especially if this season goes poorly for us. I don't know if I can handle that. Another season of Blue Jackets hockey coming up. God help me. God help me. Man. All right. Watch us be a bottom 10 team again. Why would you say that? Why would you? Why? Let me be happy. Let me have hope and optimism that I already don't have, okay? You didn't even give me time to pretend that I had optimism. You're just immediately like, nah, we're going to suck again. McKenna, Lindstrom, Waugh, Schoenmakers, Cross, Shields, Kwiatkowski, Peltier, Fenton, Howdy, Almighty Sisyphus. Jesus. Defensively, again, we should be good. So the power play, Lindstrom, McKenna, Cross, Waugh, and Gaudreau. Honestly, I'm good with just leaving it. Like, Cross needs goals, but so does Waugh, so. Let's see how the boys start the campaign. Let's see. Last season was a disaster pretty much out of the gates. We cannot afford to have that happen again. We have too good of a team, man. We have too good of a team on paper. Damn. Adam Ginning is on waivers. No reason to claim him. The Ginning. We're not off to a high-flying start. Simone Nemec is out until February. Oh, we're done. That's it. Yep. Here come the injuries. Charlie Danner is on waivers. He's a low 9. No, thank you. So we lost Nemec until February. Trevor Moore is on waivers. We are 6-3-1. Corson Kuhlmans, the old Kuhlmans, is back after all this time. We don't need you though, Corson. I'm sorry. Maybe if you listened to me back in the day, you would have made it. Kwiatkowski is ready to go and ready to take back over for Jankowski. We're all about the skis. Hitting the slopes. Injuries are on default. Yes, I've been experimenting around with it. I don't recommend it. I recommend if you're going to have them on, turn down the slider for sure. Some years they're not so bad. Other years they can be brutal. Which does make for some fun, but also at other times not so much. We are off to a decent run here in November, though, despite the loss of Simone Nemec. Maybe Nemec was the problem. And then we started losing a bunch of games the second I noticed we started winning. And Giovanni Smith has been hurt in Cleveland. 10-8-1 as of December 1st. We are currently in third in the Metro. Okay. Could be better, could be worse. Is the story of the Blue Jackets. Ozzy, I did. Whatever franchise I do next, I will probably use his rosters. I'm trying to decide if I want to kind of go from scratch or if I want to use his rosters as the basis for mine with the attribute changes. Why is Lindstrom not a center? He won't change. He's a left-wing center, but he won't change full-time to center. Gavin McKenna, nearly an assist per game. Let's go. Good stuff from Gavin. Caden Lindstrom is cooking at the moment. 13 goals in 19 games for Wah is all right, but it's not amazing. Schoenmakers, -4. Cross continues to be a late starter to a season. He's only got 6 goals so far. 9 points for Harvey Shields. That second line's not clicking. 3 points for Kwiatkowski in 18 games. 9 for Peltier. I'm worried he's a fighter. And Isaiah Fenton has 2 points. That third line's not clicking. And Raska on the 4th. Hay and Weissblot. Not amazing so far. Not amazing. Kaupinen, 2 points and a -2. Goodrow, 20 points and a -6. Thorburn, 5 points and a -5. Prokop is in because of injury. He hasn't been particularly good so far. Werenski has been a complete non-factor this season. Anderson hasn't been much better. Okay. Power play-wise, Waz still listed as the finisher, which is totally fair. You could argue that Cross is okay. Yeah, let's make some changes here. So Wah, Lindstrom, and McKenna. Goodrow, Kaupinen would work. Yeah. Let's go Goodrow, Kaupinen. We need Wah to be set up to score. The second power play, we need Schoenmaker's fine. Cross. We're gonna need Shields in there. I like that it put Fenton there, but he's not doing it. So let's get our top options onto the power play. Werenski, and we need Bear Thorburn out there just to try to develop him a bit. Right, I need Schoenmakers. Drop the controller. Let's see if it's broken. You know how these fucking controllers are nowadays. You drop them once, and you might as well have fucking hit it with a goddamn shotgun. Let's get Fenton out there. Oh, shit. That's why he wasn't showing up. Old Schoenmakers. All I know is that we need the finisher to be Cross. Probably have Shields be the distributor. Okay. So not an amazing start to the season still, but not horrific. Let's sim another month. I can't believe how convinced I was a season and a half ago that, man, our team was in such good shape. And I don't know, apparently, my fat face, I don't know what good shape actually looks like. Unless it's round. Best lines again. Haven't checked the draft yet. We will have to check that. Maybe to plan ahead. I do like that we beat Minnesota 8-0 and then lost 2 games in a row. So we continue to be consistent. Hadobin is out. Fractured collarbone. He's only out for like a week. call up Dmitriev as the backup, to be honest. Investing in a goalie does look likely. But I clearly need it to be that, oh, the rest of the team is fine if we just get a goalie. Then we'll spend money on a goalie. But until then, eat pant and be good. Ben Danford, Leafs legend. Ben Danford. You know, he's not the worst guy to claim. That's a morale crisis for Danford. He's not actually a 74. He's better than that. 2.3 left for 2 years. We'll claim Ben Danford. We have the cap space to do it. And that is a flippable asset and a good stopgap to have, given that Prokop wasn't doing particularly well. That's a good stopgap to have while Nemec is hurt. So I am okay with this. And we'll take out Prokop for Ben Danford. And we'll put him with Thorburn. Welcome in Leafs legend, Ben Danford. Dan Banford. Ben Bamford. Patrick Bamford, the greatest striker of all time. Per Weeding. Per, you're not coming here though. What teams are in the worst spot should be rebuilt for 25? Ah, God. Buffalo. Just tear it all down again. Tear it all down again in Buffalo. Columbus, kind of. I mean, they do have prospects in the system now, but kind of. God, who else could you throw in there? Teams to be rebuilt. St. Louis. Minnesota. Yeah, just go ahead and trade Kaprizov to Chicago like a certain writer wants. Caleb Cross going to be out for a month. Obi-Wan, what's going on, man? How are you? How you been? God, we have a losing record now. Dude, I don't know if I can win with this team. I don't know if I can. I might have to go full try hard here. I might have to. I said it would be a lot more rewarding to win with real players that became coaches, but I have to know at this point, McGrattan and Brewer are both out there. If we bring in McGrattan as our head coach, right? Let's drop Ben down to goalie coach. Shit. Uh-oh. Can I name Scheifele the interim? McGrattan, NHL head coach. I'm desperate at this point. I'm desperate. We need to bring in the reinforcements here and see if it makes the team that much better. The Islanders, if everyone agrees to be traded. Good luck trading that Pierre Engvall contract. Calgary's a good shout, too, in terms of, like, just keep kind of tearing it down. All right, McGrattan is in. There's a new sheriff in town, and Sheriff, I need you to figure things out here, buddy. Please, fucking please.